Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? I don't know if I've done a reading for you before. I do so many I don't remember. But I just like to explain real quick. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. And I describe the picture the best way I can. Hated charades as a kid. Now look at me. So they never waste a message. There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. They never waste their energy. So if you don't understand it now, you'll just keep it in mind because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, oh, I know what he's talking about. So they don't always tell us what we want to know. They tell us what we need to know. So this is not an exact science. Got to stretch it outside the box a little bit sometimes. I try not to reach for things. But sometimes they get a little vague. So sometimes they won't give me all the details because the details are none of my business. They'll give me just enough so you should know what they're talking about. We communicate the best way we can. He says, it's fun. Yes, it is fun. He's calling you happy and beautiful. Happy and beautiful. He always thought you were happy and beautiful. Sometimes you kept the happy part hidden. Isn't that a fine crock of tea? Don't have any clue. I don't know, maybe you just drank some tea. Maybe you were like tea. That's stretching it too far, sorry. We don't want to reach. Okay, so he's showing me a picture. He's showing me a driveway, and it's a concrete driveway. There's a car sitting in the driveway, but there's also a small child riding a tricycle in the driveway. So do you have a grandchild that is small enough to be riding a tricycle? And it's like this could be a memory for him, but it's like he's sitting on the front porch, like on the steps, and watching this child ride around in the driveway on the tricycle. So I'm not absolutely sure. Could be a memory where he used to do this, but we do that a lot. He showed me the tricycle's red, and it actually looks like maybe this was his kid. I don't know. Don't know if he would know that. I always ask them, don't show me anything like if somebody was too little to remember it. Don't show me anything that somebody's not going to know. So it should be something you know, but it's like an old metal red tricycle. I don't even know if they have those anymore. I haven't had to buy a tricycle in a long time. He's sitting there watching this child pedal around in the driveway. The driveway's a little bit sloped down towards the street. That makes a difference. He sits on your front steps a lot. Now, I don't know if he used to, but he is now. It's almost, I don't feel like he's this like big Billy badass guardian, but it's almost like he is a guardian to what comes to the front of your house, what comes through your door, what comes in your home, your castle. But he's got a very easygoing, gentle presence. Not like he would get up and smack somebody in the nose, if he didn't like him, but like he's using his energy as a If they're angry when they come up the steps, he's there to calm them down. Don't bring that energy into the home. That's what he's saying. So when you come in your front door, when you come up your front steps, stop on the top step or right after you step off the last step onto whatever your thing is outside your front door. See if you feel him. Tell him you love him. Thank him. Ask him if you've had a bad day, he wants you to stop there, breathe, and allow him to kind of give you that energy. Believe me, they can do this. Absolutely can do this. Just give you that calming energy so you can take a breath before you go through the door. So you don't take that energy. Like I don't know if you work or whatever, but heck, you can be at the grocery store or have a little road rage, have some angry person at the grocery store or whatever. Stop on your front step, breathe, ask him to help you with that energy so you don't take that energy into your home. He's being very big about this, making not a big deal, but he feels like it's important for you. And he's trying to make sure everybody does that. He says he does not want any chaos inside the home. There's a small boy, small, very young, could be the one that was on the tricycle, a grandchild. And when they come up the steps to come visit you, he tickles them. He tickles them on the arm, like a little tickle on the arm as they come up the steps and go in. So you might see them go like this. They might be coming through the door going like this. Like they're trying to brush something off, but there's nothing there. It's just him tickling them. This one's young enough. See, small kids and animals see them, hear them. They don't think anything of it because nobody's told them yet, you can't have an imaginary friend. When they get to be about 9 or 10, then they start looking around and going, society's going to call me crazy. I need to back off and not say anything because they're going to call me crazy, so we shut it down. So this one's young enough, he has not shut it down. He sees him. He sees him when he knows who's tickling him, and he might even mention his name as he comes in the house. The little one is calling him a nickname. Yeah, he's not calling him Todd. He's calling him something else. I can't quite hear it. It's too soft. I can't hear it. They kind of whisper it to each other. So this young boy knows that he's there. This young boy sees him. This young boy interacts with him. And it's a good thing. When I go to cleanse houses sometimes, well, most of the time, people think their house is haunted and they go, yeah, no, it's just grandpa there. No big deal. So it's a good thing to leave him there. But that's up to you. Invite him inside your home. He says he doesn't belong there anymore. And that's okay. But he still feels like the need to protect the energy coming into your home. He's talking about you're going to smell aftershave. He says aftershave, but he's showing me shaving cream. He says aftershave. So he's showing me the white foamy type stuff that use a real razor guys put on their beards. So you will smell this once in a while. And you could be, I don't know if you'll smell it in the home. I don't feel like I feel like he thinks maybe he shouldn't be in the home. But anyway, you'll smell it in your car, in the store, outside. Doesn't matter where you're at. You might even see a guy in a movie or a picture in a magazine or on Facebook. Doesn't matter, of a guy with the white shaving cream on his face. Know that that's a sign from him. I always ask them for unique things. Everybody knows about feathers and coins and stuff, butterflies. So when you smell it or you see it, validating, acknowledging him, telling him you love him, and asking him to bring you more signs if you want more signs. That's totally up to you. He has this very sweet, loving presence, quiet, calm, very, very peaceful. He put me to sleep just with his peace. He's really got a lot of peace, and that's what he's trying to do at your front door. He says, do you know there's a lot more you could be doing or should be doing as far as for yourself? Take that class, take that bubble bath, take that walk, take that time for yourself. He says you're not taking good enough care of yourself. You're taking care of everybody else. It's time for you. Don't forget you. And we as women do that. And it was hard for me to learn when I started doing this that I have to learn how to replenish myself or I'm not good, any good to anybody else. I'm too tired. I'm too wore out. I'm too grouchy. So he's wanting you to think about it. Take that bubble bath. Sneak it in. Okay, so he's also showing, he's got like a little handbell. They do this a lot. I'm going to have to buy one so I can show people. A little handbell. So imagine what that sounds like, that ringing of a small handbell. You will hear this sometimes, and you don't always hear it with these ears. You have telepathic ears up here too. Sometimes you may hear it up here. You may hear, oh, he says it's kind of like when an angel gets its wings. That what is it, A Wonderful Life movie? That ringing. But it's going to be more as a warning. So if you hear this little bell ringing, even if it's in a movie or walking through the store, I don't know that the Salvation Army bell, for some reason that came up, ringing outside of Walmart is gonna be a clue, but it's gonna be like a little warning. If there's something, when you hear it, just look around, listen. What is happening right at that moment? What is being said on the radio right at that moment? What song is being sung? What words are being sung on the radio? What's on a billboard? Just immediately look around you, or even if it's a TV, what is being said at that moment, or what is being shown at that moment, or if you're in a store, stop and look around you. If you hear this little bell ringing, it's going to be like I don't want to say like a warning, like something super, super bad's going to happen, but something you're supposed to pay attention to at that moment. So it should be something that doesn't happen all the time, but just keep it in mind. And hopefully you'll never hear it, but he said it's not a catastrophe. Just something you need to pay attention to at the time you hear it. And it won't always be the same thing, so it just depends on what's going on at that time. They're pretty smart. They can definitely see things different than we do. He says he is extremely happy for you. He's glad that you found peace in your life. He didn't exactly bring a man for you, but he's showing a door, and the door is kind of open a little bit. He helped open that door. He's not taking all the credit, but he helped open that door. He was a part of it, which sounds like probably why he doesn't feel like he should be in the home. He doesn't have his energy really inside your home, but he's making sure the energy that comes in is good. He's showing a man's feet, like he's back sitting outside on the front step, and I can see the bottom part of a male. He's got decent shoes on. It's not tennis shoes. It's more like dress shoes, and when he comes up the steps, Todd taps him on top of the foot, on top of the shoe. So if you know who this man is, looks like dress slacks, but I can't see the rest of him. So we're concentrating on the lower part, and he kind of taps him on top the. He's showing the left foot. Doesn't have to be the left foot, but he's showing the left foot. So whoever this is should feel this once in a while. And I don't know why he's doing that, other than to say, I'm here. He feels like he was blessed to have had you while he did. He still loves you. Again, he's saying you were a blessing to him. You made his world right. Couldn't have asked for better. He wants to see you happy. We all see things in a different light once we get here. He means where he's at. He's swaying. All right, now he's standing off in the distance a little bit, and he's showing himself standing with a young man. Young man's slim. He's got dark hair. His face is a little blurry. He's not quite clear. They're standing back a little bit, and he's got his arm around the shoulders of this young man. He's not. I think they're standing back because this young man it's not. This is not his time to step forward and say anything, so they're staying back there. But he's making his presence known. Todd's making the boy's presence known. They are together. He says they spend a lot of time together. Now, sometimes when people, when they leave, they'll run into their loved ones and, hey, how you doing? Let's see, and then they go their separate ways, but they're together. Life is good. He's, they're both feeling good. So he asked me to pull a card, which they do that sometimes. And do not be afraid to follow your dreams. So there's something that you're wanting. There's something in there that you want to do. There's a dream you have out there. And it's not just everyday humdrum life. There's something out there that your heart will make your heart sing. Whether doesn't matter if it's a dance class or painting class or wine drinking class. It doesn't matter what the heck it is. Something that you really wanting to do, but you're busy and you don't seem to have time to do it. But you think about it every so often. Go do it. Go find the time. Go do it. At least take baby steps towards it. And he says he will be there to help you. He says he's there more as a friend now than anything, but he will be there to help you. And call on him. He can hear you. I promise you 1,000%. He can hear you. He can see you. Talk to him. He'd be like a best friend. What was he good at when he was here? I mean, go back and think about all the things I said about his energy now. He's protective, but not overprotective, calm, loving, peaceful. Call on him for that stuff, for those things, and ask him for a little guidance. Ask him whatever this thing is that would make your heart sing. Follow your dream. Ask him for guidance. Ask him to help the people in your path to get to your dream. And then just watch it unfold. You still have to take steps towards it, but it will unfold. What was he good at? Ask him to help you with something that he was good at, that he knew how to do here. He says, I still love you very much. Now he's showing me a cat. A cat that has its tail straight up in the air, except for the little crook on the end. Kind of a yellowish. There might be two cats, because first it looked yellowish and now it looks striped. Like what do they call it? Is it a tabby cat? So I don't know if you have cats that look like this, or you or somebody had cats that look like this. If you do have a cat that looks, which doesn't have to look exactly like that, watch the cat. The cat, animals see them, hear them, interact with them. So if you see a cat and it's going like this and you don't see anything, that's because usually somebody's doing something like this to them and playing with them. But I just don't feel like he spends a lot of time in your house, so I don't know. He says there's an elephant in the room. Okay, you know, there's an elephant in the room. You know how that's a saying that people use. How do I describe it? Everybody knows the elephant's in the room. Everybody knows there's something big in the room, but they don't talk about it. They pretend like they don't see it. They pretend like they don't know anything about it. They don't interact about it. They ignore it. So he says you need to take care of the elephant in the room. So whatever that thing is that would be like a huge elephant in the room and everybody goes, I don't see it. I'm not talking about it. I know, there's something being ignored. Something that needs to be brought up, something that needs to be talked about. I think it's something associated with him. So I'm not sure who you need to talk to about this to bring up the discussion about the elephant in the room. There's an event coming up that he's going to be at. He's not saying what it is. He's being very soft-spoken, actually. I can't tell if it's a birthday, an anniversary, a wedding. I can't tell. He just said an event that's coming up. He will be there with bells and whistles on, so listen for bells and whistles. At whatever this event is. I don't think he's going to make a big deal out of making his presence known, but he will be there. Don't be afraid to call on me. I'll do what I can from my end. With that, he's getting ready to leave, and the boy is out there waiting for him. There's also Grandma out there, further than the boy. It'll be okay. Your life is going as planned. So you must be on the right path. He says your life is going as planned. We plan our lives before we get here. That's what I've been taught. I know, it may sound a little strange to some people. The dog scared me. Saw the cat in the house. Oh my goodness. Anything that happens to me during a reading is for you, and I don't know what that has to do with you. The big dog saw the cat sitting at the door. Heart attack. So, don't know if that's going to happen to you. You're going to see a dog jump at a cat or what. Or maybe something about the cat. We just talked about cats. Well, that sure woke me up. I didn't see that coming. Okay, he's leaving. He's going to go meet the boy, and then they're going to go on out and meet this grandma. And she passed when she was elderly, so I'm not sure who she is. She's awfully far away. And it's not her time to come forward. So, anyway, okay. He's blowing you a kiss. Okay, much love to you, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. See you later.